Next, interference color. So what is interference color? As I have told you, when it is a false color, when an anisotropic mineral, when a light enters through an anisotropic mineral, what happens? There will be interference of which rays? You can see here, what is written? Why there is only rays? Because if light ray will move out of the analyzer, there is only rays. There is no ordinary component there. Okay, so that is false color produced due to interference of polarized extraordinary rays of different color emerging from the mineral plate and pass through the analyzer. Where interference is produced in a stage, in the different sections of a microscope, right? You can see here. If this is the microscope tube, here it is the stage, here it is polarizer, here it is the source, and here we will insert analyzer. Other things are also there, but let me confine to these things only. This is stage or mineral, this is polarizer, this is analyzer, this will be objective lens, this will be eye lens or ocular. Okay, this total will be eyepiece. Total will be eyepiece. This is polarizer, this is the source. Now let me know in which position the interference is going to be happening. In which position of the microscope? There are different positions I have told. Source, polarizer, stage, objective, analyzer, and eyepiece or ocular. Okay, in which region there is interference? Between analyzer and eye lens. Because the light ray, the E ray, those are emerging from the analyzer, only they can produce interference. Then where is extinction? Extinction is within the analyzer. That means from objective to analyzer you can say, or you can say only analyzer, because the light ray enters the analyzer but cannot remove from the analyzer. So that is the zone of extinction, but zone of interference will be analyzer and the eye lens. Okay. Then talking about how to define whether that is first order or second order interference color, how to define the intensity of color, how to determine the order of color from the intensity of color. So that is determined by Michael-Lewis chart. That is determined by Michael-Lewis chart. Then interference and extinction. What are the different? I have already told interference is between extraordinary rays and extinction is when that cannot pass through the analyzer. Okay, then conoscopic arrangement. So what is conoscopic arrangement? Again, let me define extinction. So when there is, I have told the mineral is having two vibration direction. The mineral is having two vibration direction. One is fast, one is slow. Okay, one of them will be fast, one of them will be slow. Okay, whether it is ordinary or extraordinary, whether it is uniaxial or biaxial, one will be fast, one will be slow. For uniaxial we are defining ordinary and extraordinary, for biaxial we are defining fast and slow. Okay, so the two vibration of the mineral, if that parallels with the vibration of polarizer and analyzer, polarizer is east-west and analyzer is north-south. Okay, so these two vibration direction of polarizer, if that coincides with the vibration direction of mineral, then what happens? There will be extinction. There will be extinction. So how much time the mineral is going to extend within a single rotation of 360 degree? It shows 4 times extinction. It shows 4 times. Why? You can see here, if I will rotate this mineral, this is 1, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, right? In second position that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? In third position that will be 1, 2, 3, 4. In fourth position that will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then it will return back to the first position. Got that? The first position is like this. in second it will be like, then third, then in fourth position it will be like this. After that will again coincide with the first position, right? So in this four situation, in these four conditions, the vibration of mineral, vibration directions of mineral, they are parallel to the vibration direction of polarizer and analyzer. Okay, so in these four conditions they are going to extinct. Okay, then talking about arrangement of mineral, there are two arrangements. One is orthoscopic and one other one is conoscopic. Okay, so there are two arrangements, one is orthoscopic and another one is conoscopic. So what is orthoscopic arrangement? See here, this is the mineral stage, this is the mineral stage. If light rays are perpendicular to the stage, light rays, here it is the source, here it is the source, right? From source light rays are migrating perpendicular to the stage or perpendicular to the mineral, so that is your orthoscopic. That is orthoscopic. Then what is conoscopic? When there is a mineral stage and the light rays are migrating parallel from the source, here we will put an condensing lens, here we will put an biconvex lens. Okay, this is biconvex lens. So what will happen? The ray will converge towards the stage, the ray will converge towards the stage. So that is your conoscopic arrangement, that is conoscopic arrangement, because they will produce a cone shape. Here you can see the light rays are cone shape. Okay, so that is known as conoscopic arrangement. Here we are using one condensing lens, or that is the biconvex lens. Then what happens? After removing from the mineral, they will pass like this, they will pass like this. So they are going away from the field of view. Here it is the optical microscope tube or eye tube, you can say eyepiece. Okay, so here they are moving away from the field of view. We can notice only few sections. So to collect these rays, we are using here a buttered lens. We are using here buttered lens. So what is buttered lens? That is biconcave. That is biconcave. Okay. So this biconcave lens, which is used to collect this emerging ray, which are emerging out of the field of view, right? To collect more rays. Okay, they will be collected by the biconcave lens or buttered lens. So this conoscopic arrangement, that is produced by using this condensing lens or biconvex lens. Then we can collect the emerging ray which are removing from the field of view. We can collect them by using biconcave or buttered lens, or we can remove this ocular, we can remove this eye lens. We can remove this eye lens, either or, not both, right? Either we can remove the ocular or we can use the biconcave lens. Okay. Then talking about optic axis and optic sign. So what is optic axis? Optic axis is not a crystallographic axis. What are the crystallographic axis? ABC. What is optic axis? It is a direction. It is a direction within the crystal. The direction within the crystal along which there is no double refraction. Every anisotropic mineral that is having optic axis direction along which there is no double refraction. Okay, so that is known as optic axis. Then what is optic sign? Optic sign defines whether the mineral is optically positive or negative. Whether the mineral is optically positive or negative. So talking about uniaxial mineral, if the ordinary ray is traveling at a faster rate than the extraordinary ray, then that is known as positive. the vibration or the velocity of ordinary ray is greater than velocity of extraordinary, then that is positive. If velocity of extraordinary will be greater, then that will be negative. Or we can say in terms of refractive index, in terms of refractive index of O ray, that will be lesser than refractive index of E ray. Why? Refractive index is inversely proportional to velocity, right? So velocity of O ray should be greater or refractive index of O ray should be lesser. Okay, so these conditions define positive Minel. If if the case is opposite, then that is negative Minel. Talking about biaxial Minel, I have told you there is no ordinary and extraordinary in case of biaxial minerals. Uniaxial and biaxial, I am using this term uniaxial and biaxial repeatedly. So what is uniaxial and biaxial? Let me tell you. For uniaxial there is a single optic axis direction. For biaxial they are having two optic axis direction. Okay, that means in two direction there is no double refraction in case of biaxial. For uniaxial there is a single direction along which there is no double refraction. Then talking about biaxial optic style, what happens if the if the perpendicular bisector of the optic axis, there are two optic axes. Okay, so if the perpendicular bisector of the optic axis, that is that is acute bisector of the optic axis. You can see when there are two optic axes, they can produce one acute angle and one obtuse angle in between them. Okay, it is not like you can see like this. So this is the acute angle, this is obtuse angle, right? So if the acute angle will be bisected by the slowest vibration direction, then the mineral is positive. Okay, for biaxial mineral there are two optic axes and three vibration direction. There are two optic axes and three vibration direction. So three vibration means one is X, Y and Z, and Z is the slowest one, X is the fastest one. Right, there are three vibration directions, X, Y, Z. X is the fastest vibration, Z is the slowest vibration direction. And there are two optic axes. If the two optic axes, the acute angle in between the two optic axes, if it is bisected by the slowest one, that is Z, then the mineral is positive. If it is bisected by the fastest one, then it is negative. Fastest means X. Okay, got that? So these are all about optic sign determinants.
No mineral, the optic axes are perpendicular. In no mineral, the optic.
That is neutral mineral. Then we'll go for indicatrix in the next video.